Now, I have been making videos on your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man created by Marvel Studios for some time now, and I will say off the bat that I think so far it's promising. Spoilers ahead. It did take me a while to get used to the animation, I will say. It's still a bit bad here and there, but it has heart and actual fight choreography. It helps the series a lot when the action does start, but maybe not for the scrubs though, because some of the fights for like the regular people, I'm saying this for like episode 8, some of the fights weren't the best if they weren't like a main character, right? I think the beginning of the show, the first 3 episodes, from my point of view, now after seeing the entire first season, is still okay. Still nothing groundbreaking, but it is established that this Parker is the worst at hiding his secret identity. Don't get me wrong, Norman takes an interest in Peter and helping him is cool, and Norman and the Norman we see here through the series isn't entirely a bad guy. But his motive to better the world sometimes just doesn't justify the means, and that's what's going on here. Otto, being the crazy, egotistical bastard that he is being paid to give criminals super weapons is pretty good. I like this. I like this idea. What am I talking about? But yeah, he looks good, sounds good, and the ending showing his interest in creating his arms, it's pretty goddamn fire. But as the show progresses, it's more of a season to set up a foundation than tell a deeper story, which is fine. That will turn away some people who are looking for more of a deeper development and story instead of just foundational stuff and, establishing things, whatever, right? On the other hand, there are people who love this shit, me included. Relationships forming, changing, ending, a status quo being made for now until season 2 rolls around. Like I said, the first 3 episodes, they were alright when they came out. Then we got more and more, and everything felt consistently good. Everything kicked up a notch when Scorpion showed up in episode 7 and just completely destroyed Peter. And this was just the episode that showed us that they weren't fucking around, right? They aren't afraid to fuck up their precious little Spider-Man and get bloody with it too. I personally just think Peter's overall story so far isn't interesting. Like, we know he's Spider-Man and he's trying to find his way. Cool beans, right? The Uncle Ben storyline was cut. He doesn't much change in his appearance at all, or anything to offer up some sort of upgrade in his life to basically just show that, something's changed in his life dramatically, and things are happening, things are improving in a way, in ways, right? I'm not gonna say his life is for the better, honestly. The only improvement and upgrade he's had is in his spider life, and then that's just his suits that vary. Some of the costumes that Norman made weren't the best, but yeah, Peter doesn't have a bad relationship with the local team. Thanks to Lonnie, because Lonnie's my fucking guy. We all know him as Tombstone, but him helping him out and helping his cred and not making the school, the typical jock nerd, typical high school shit. He doesn't have like a bully or anything that picks on him and help explore his school life or anything. Yeah, they just don't have that at all, right? Like, seriously, he has probably just talked to a maximum of 4 people and barely any time at the school to develop him as Peter Parker. And also, no Flash here. Like, seriously, what the fuck? I do like both Harry and Norman's designs. Yes, they were race swapped, but honestly, they feel like different versions of the characters we know. Harry is competent, smart, and has a good relationship with his father, even though Norman can be Norman and sort of like tell him to go away sometimes, but I guess, right? Norman, even towards the end, seems to just want to just better humanity and try to give back to the world, even if his methods can be too much and he seems to genuinely give a fuck about, wanting to better the world. Still, he can be petty and egotistical as well, but he does have a desire to do good, which is good, right? It's drastically different than just Norman being a cutthroat businessman and driven insane by his by the goblin serum or gas or whatever the fuck, right? Here they're really establishing that he does have a good side, but there's also that side that's pretty much just saying, hey, I'm doing this shit, I'm going ahead and bettering humanity, fuck everybody else with the magic and the fucking space technology and shit, right? And Honestly, fair. I mean, I guess, fair. My favorite character this season is Lonnie, Tombstone, because seeing his progression from a kid trying to better his situation and his good nature causing him to stay in a bad crowd to save his brother, which ultimately corrupted him enough to stay, says a lot, right? You know, that's development right there, boys and girls. He became loyal to these people, and when things got tough, he felt that obligation to help them out, especially when their leader fucked off and got scared of all the crazy shit and just left, right? Lonnie is smart. He will definitely turn the gang and himself, I hope, into what we see in Spectacular Spider-Man, the Tombstone and organization there. But here we see one of Pete's villain's origins in a way that's pretty interesting, and that's Scorpion. I think it was a great idea to have Mac become the Scorpion through Otto and have him be a gang leader of the Scorpions and soon to be a supervillain that will not need his gang anymore and just do everything himself, right? And I also find it I also find it funny that he is Hispanic and a fucking psycho. There's a lot of goddamn layers there, but as a Hispanic man myself, you know, I'm not going to go ahead and peel this goddamn onion, right? At all. I think it's pretty goddamn funny, though. And I didn't expect the show to get so fucking deadly, which, to be fair, is goddamn motherfucking Scorpion. This motherfucker is a killing machine, right? I think the top episode for me is the 7th one because we get a turning point of development on Lonnie's side and Peter's as well, as Lonnie finally knows how deep the gang shit goes, and Peter gets his first real L that almost kills him. And when I say almost kill him, I fucking mean it. Peter was getting fucked up, which actually gives Peter some real anxiety when confronting Scorpion again the next time, right? Lonnie does eventually get enhanced, but doesn't get that classic Tombstone like look to him. Maybe it'll slowly like process as like the next season goes, but shit, I really hope, because like just having him have just impenetrable skin or just tougher would just make him be like a bootleg Luke Cage, right? Just with hair, I guess. Then let's talk about the last episode. I think they did the whole time travel thing too goddamn early, honestly. Peter getting his powers from himself technically is personally something I just don't agree with. I was fine with the spider just being a goddamn space spider or some shit from another fucking dimension or some shit, and you know, whatever, right? But it's a spider enhanced by using Peter's blood, who was already Spider-Man, that goes back in time to turn him into Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? I know they are taking liberties to the story and changing things up. We don't get the classic with great power comes great responsibility. We get great power comes great respect. Damn, writers, did you guys take this from evil future Peter Parker, who like his whole spiel about great power comes great opportunity, like because that's how it fucking feels like it. But you know, it's, to be fair, it's a pretty good line, I'm not gonna lie. But now we got Pete's dad alive as well for some reason. I mean, it could be like a comic book thing I missed or some shit, but like, you know, anytime we see like his dad, I'm pretty sure the last time we see his actual dad, he was like a clone of Peter technically, which was kind of fucked up if I remember right. And like, if I remember as well, in the Spider-Man 90s show, his parents were spies for S.H.I.E.L.D., which was pretty fucking cool, but I guess they're not doing that here, so damn, right? Of all the characters to show up who are named characters, like motherfucking Amadeus Cho, really? He's a fucking asshole in his goddamn series. I don't know why I said asshole like that, but whatever, right? It's pretty, they have a whole bunch of characters here that some I didn't really recognize until I actually had to look it up. I think they might be overreaching with what they truly can tell story-wise, and I don't want them to stretch themselves too much and fuck up their story and fuck up their world, right? And not give us like something of actual quality. I just want the show to focus on building up Spider-Man, building up Spider-Man, I can't fucking speak today, and Peter Parker, because honestly, Peter's life took a big old fucking backseat here. I'm not lying. No developments love-wise, school-wise, personal growth-wise, besides maybe learning not to really hold back so much, but that's more on the Spider-Man side. And, you know, he doesn't really strive for better. He strives just to be okay, I guess. And, you know, that last part might be a stretch, but whatever, right? Like he's not really getting much development in the Peter Parker lifestyle, right? Besides, I guess the internship, but that ends at the end of the season anyway. So who the fuck cares? For the most part, all the good things that happen in his life happens to his alter ego, Spider-Man. The reason why Peter fights so hard and relates so well to people is because he's so goddamn relatable, and where his life is just always trying to juggle the ups and downs, right? Trying to upgrade while preventing things from downgrading you, shit like that. And I definitely think Peter, especially in this season, should have at least gotten a fucking makeover by Harry, like, and show that his change into a better version of himself, because he deserves that shit. I'm tired of the Peter Parker side taking a goddamn backseat. I'm tired of that shit. I enjoy the season overall, and each episode builds the world that is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and that's fine with me. Is it like old cartoons where an entire episode is a whole character arc? No, but it does develop the world slower and steadily in a natural way. I'm sure they are doing something or many things and planning many things to set up more interactions, motive, fights, and story. And I just hope the show doesn't try to do too much and end up doing very little. Quite honestly, I like the show. It has potential. It does have more to it than charm and the Spider-Man name. I actually remember motherfuckers' names, so that's good. That's good, I guess. Of course, some of the basic ones like Peter, Harry, Norman, but Lonnie, Nico, and Pearl, I actually kind of remember, right? To me, the show is a solid 7 so far. Is it the best Spider-Man show? To me, at least. I don't know why I paused so hard right there, but is it the best Spider-Man show to me? No. It still goes back to 90s Spider-Man or Spectacular Spider-Man for me. But it's setting up a foundation for something potentially pretty goddamn great, and I'm open to another season. I just hope they aren't going the route of that super smart school Spider-Man show with the organization Harry will make for Peter, where everyone comes together to assist Spider-Man, and they find out who he is and help him out regardless, whatever the fuck, right? And dear fucking God, if they Team Flash this shit, I'm going to go fucking nuts. I really hope they don't do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what else you want me to look at, not think, of course, look at, watch, read, whatever, and, you know, express my opinions on it on the platform. Let me know what you guys think. Again, stay safe and healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. See you guys later. Peace.